Always prided myself on being the one who keeps it all together. From organizing a 20-person family dinner to keeping a tight grip on my schedule, my motto has always been control first. So when Bill went away on a business trip, I figured, perfect. Time for a deep clean. Specifically, a massive garage sale. It was time to get rid of the junk we'd been hoarding for 20 years. By 10 a.m., my garage looked like a high-end auction house. Everything was perfectly organized. Vintage for $50, nearly new for 20, and take it, please, for free. My label maker was working overtime. I felt like the queen of order. Then, my neighbor Cheryl, a woman with eyes like a TSA scanner, started hovering over my table. She picked up my old desk lamp and gave it a look of pure judgment. "Claire," she sighed, "are you sure this thing works? It looks like it survived the Titanic." I gave her my best salesperson smile. "Cheryl, darling, that's not just a lamp. That's a survivor. That lamp witnessed me crying through the entire finale of Friends, 3 years in a row. It's got an emotional backstory, so $50 is practically a steal. If this lamp could talk, it would tell you how many peanut butter sandwiches I ate under its light while mourning my diet." Cheryl rolled her eyes, but she bought it anyway. I headed to the back of the garage to dig out a box from under an old dresser. It was wedged so deep I ended up covered in 10 years of dust. Inside, I found pure junk. Old notebooks, keys to doors I'd changed ages ago, and a stack of Polaroid photos. I flipped the first one over. It was our living room 15 years ago. Bill, who looked so young and so worried, was standing there with a woman I didn't recognize. She was wearing hideous sneakers, a denim jacket with tacky patches, and holding a huge folder. They looked busy, like they were up to something. On the photo, there was a marker arrow pointing to our armchair. On the next one, the same woman was pointing at our rug. And a note in messy handwriting, replaced with something light. "Too many dark corners. She's hiding in them." My heart skipped a beat. My mind immediately went to plan a husband, secret mistress conspiracy. I spent the rest of the day playing a double game. I smiled at customers, selling knickknacks, while keeping a watchful eye on that box like it was a crime scene. Some guy was trying to haggle over an old toaster, and I was thinking, how can you worry about a toaster when my entire marriage is crumbling? I even pulled Martha, our neighborhood gossip, aside. "Martha, do you remember, 15 years ago, did we have any suspicious visitors?" Martha laughed. "You mean that woman in the weird coat?" "Oh, Claire, she spent half a day on your porch while Bill was in the backyard, chain smoking. He looked like a man planning a bank heist, but instead of money, he was trying to steal, I don't know, peace of mind." I almost dropped a porcelain figurine. Steal peace of mind? I thought, what was that even supposed to mean? Were they planning to commit me to a facility? I started thinking back to that spring. I remembered the smell of fresh paint, how the house suddenly felt lighter. I thought it was just a seasonal improvement, but now I felt like I was in a spy movie and I was the last one to know the truth. I looked at Bill's perfect shirts in my mind and thought, who are you really? Then I found the last photo. It was me. 15 years ago. I was passed out on that very same sofa that was sitting in the middle of the garage right now. I looked terrible, pale, thin. I'd just lost my job and was completely broken. I remembered not even being able to look in the mirror back then. And next to the photo was a note. Bill's handwriting. Claire smiled in her sleep today. I don't know how to tell her I'm here and that everything will be okay. She hates being pitted. Let this house be a fortress until she can put herself back together. I'm willing to wait as long as it takes. If this rug makes it hard for her to breathe, we'll get a new one. If this light is too harsh, we'll soften it. I can't fix her pain, but I can make sure the walls don't close in on her. I froze. The garage went completely quiet. The sound of traffic, Cheryl's laughter, it all faded into the background. I realized that all those years, while I was playing the Iron Lady, I'd been blind. I'd been looking for enemies, for betrayals, for reasons to be right, while the whole time there was a man who was building me a world. He didn't want to change me. He just wanted me to feel safe in my own home. I sat on that old sofa, surrounded by the junk I was trying to sell, and just sobbed. I wasn't crying out of hurt. I was crying because I'd been so busy with my own plans and my own ego that I hadn't noticed the love woven right into the fabric of my life. When Bill got home that evening, he found me sitting in the middle of the chaos. The entire garage sale was in ruins, price tags everywhere, the toaster flipped upside down. Claire? What happened? He asked, dropping his keys, looking terrified. Are you hurt? I looked at him, so ordinary, in that goofy jacket of his, with his messy hair, and I laughed. Through the tears, just like it should be. Bill, I found your mistress from 2011. She had terrible sneakers, and she was absolutely awful at picking out rugs. He froze, looked at the box of photos, and his face turned soft and guilty. Claire, that was an interior decorator. I just didn't know how to reach you. You were like a locked door, and I just wanted you to have some light. I walked over and buried my face in his shoulder. No more consultants ever again. If you want me to be happy, just tell me. Don't go rearranging the furniture while I'm sleeping. He laughed, hugged me tight, and I realized how foolish I'd been, trying to control everything, when the most important thing was just letting someone love me. We sat there in that half-empty garage, among the scraps of my perfect life, and for the first time in forever, I wasn't thinking about my to-do list. I was just there, and that was more than enough.